All right, dividing decimals by whole numbers. We no more are working with the powers of 10. You can see now we're taking a whole number, 3, and we're dividing 3 and 42 hundredths by the whole number 3. It's not just a matter of moving the decimal point anymore. So today, stay with me because we're actually going to use models. Now, we've talked about models before. It's great to draw pictures every now and then to see what you're doing and to see what it looks like. But on a day-to-day basis, you're probably not going to be getting out your pencil and paper and sketching a model. You're not going to be looking for those base 10 blocks to lay all out. But for what we're doing today, just to see, to visually picture what's going on, this is going to be a good thing, okay? So we're going to start with this problem, 3 and 42 hundredths divided by the whole number 3. Here's what it looks like. We have our 3 whole, or we would say maybe even the hundredths blocks. If you were working with base 10 blocks, it would look something like this. Okay, so we have our 3 wholes right here, and now we need 4 tenths and 2 hundredths. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths and 2 hundredths. All right, well, here's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to take this whole group and separate it out equally into 3 groups, okay? That's what division is all about. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of make a little circle, I guess. Oh, maybe I should make it a little bit, we'll do it like this. Okay, there's one group, and here's my second group, and here's my third group. Okay, so I have separated already my whole number 3 into 3 groups. That's pretty easy. But now I've got this 42 hundredths I need to separate as well. All right, this is where we have to do some of that regrouping, taking apart, okay, breaking it down a little bit. So you guys already know, you can tell me, how many hundredths would we have in this 10 right here, in a tenth? Well, there would be 10, right? If we wanted to take away this tenth and we were going to change it and make it into hundredths, into the little dots, how many would we get? If we take this away, you remember that, right? It would be 10. So, okay, let's say that we do, oh, okay, I heard you. So let's not do that quite yet. I'm glad you spoke up. Let's go back. Right, you're right. So what we could do is we've got 4 of these. 3 of them we can share. Yeah, 3 of them we can share. So in other words, we're going to take this one right here and move it up here. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to put it up here. And I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to put it right here. So in other words, I have 1 whole and 1 tenth. 1 whole, 1 tenth, 1 whole, 1 tenth in my 3 groups. Now, I just have to worry about this 1 tenth and the 2 hundredths. These are the ones I'm going to have to regroup. So I'm going to take this 1 right here and I'm going to put 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So I have my original 2 that I started with, and then I've got my 10 I added, which gives me 12. Now, you can kind of see already, I've actually made 3 groups for our convenience. We can now give each one of these groups 1, 2, 3, 4. We can take these 4 and bring them up here. That's part of that group. We can take these 4, and that can be part of this group. And we'll take these 4 hundredths, and it'll be part of that group. So our answer, when we take this 3 and 42 hundredths, and we divide it equally into 3 separate groups, our answer is going to be 1 whole, 1 whole, 1 tenth, oops, got carried away, and how many? 4 hundredths. 1 and 1400ths would be in each group. That's pretty easy. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it now with, this is actually a problem from in our book, okay? The one coming up is from our book. So you'll notice it when you get to it. Here we go. Let's do this one. We've got 1 and 2/10 divided by 4. Okay, let's see what that looks like. We've got 1 whole and we've got 2/10. And we're going to need that divided into 4 groups. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw those out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. I'm going to have to take this and regroup and separate it into these 4 groups equally. All right, you're with me, right? Do you see what we're doing? 1 and 2/10 is our divisor. Sorry. 1 and 2/10 is our dividend. Sorry. 4, the whole number 4, the number of groups we have, that's our divisor. So now, if I could regroup, if I could erase this 1/100ths right here, this 1 whole, sorry, this 1 whole, how many tenths would I replace it with? Yeah, we've done it before, 10. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12/10. You see that? I have 12/10, or 1 and 2/10. Both are true. Both are true. All right. Now, let's start separating. I know that I could put 2 in the same one, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to do 2 here. It's kind of like sorting out M&Ms. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I still have 4 left. Excuse me, which tells me I can do 1 more in each one of mine. All right, so 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now I've used them all. So, if I take 1 and 2/10 and I divide it by the whole number 4, I'm going to get how many in one group? 1, 2, 3/10. So my answer should look like this. 3/10. That's right. Okay, we have so many more that you can actually practice with. My suggestion is make sure you do a couple and that you understand how the grouping works. The whole number 4 is the number of groups that you're going to be separating into, okay? Whole number 4 or whole number whatever, those are the number of groups that you'll make on your paper, okay? But like I said, we're going to be moving on rather quickly and get to the algorithm. So practice a couple and then come back.